Since the death of George Floyd, we've had a collective uprising of protests in our streets and across the world. For 4 months, we've yelled Breonna Taylor. Say her name. No justice, no peace, all to see systematic change. And while we've made some progress with certain policies put in place, even the police who took the sleeping, innocent life of Breonna still walk free without charges or due process. And on Wednesday night, we got reminded of just how far America is from seeing that change. Kenosha, Wisconsin has erupted since the viral video of the 29-year-old Jacob Blake getting shot in the back by the police 7 times. Based on reports, Blake was breaking up a fight between 2 women before the cops arrived. Blake survived the shooting, but is now paralyzed from the waist down. So you mean to tell me after our country felt like we were finally seeing the beginning to the end of police-related fatalities, they go and do this? How many more videos can we see before we go crazy or before we get desensitized? And I know the wise would say you shouldn't try to fight a cop or put yourself in a situation to even have to deal with the police. But a cop whose job is to protect and serve should have a better way of handling these situations. I get it. Blake was walking to his car. He became a threat to the police. No one but him knows why he went to his car. I can definitely see how that was a red flag. But whatever happened to preventative shots to the leg? Cops shoot at body mass knowing the potential of hitting vital organs. And it's not like one shot is just enough. How is the fear of the black man so deep that you feel the need to have to empty the clip? We're all sending love and light to his kids who were in the car. 3 young black boys that now have to live with the trauma of seeing their father gunned down right before their eyes. No kid in this beautiful world should ever have to grow up and have explained to them police brutality. But that's the reality. For those who don't look like me, you should seek to understand who we are as Black Americans and not what you see on TV and in these sound bites. We speak and move with a sense of passion and pride. We laugh from our diaphragm, filling a room with our joy, while the uninitiated sit across the room and either have a look of intrigue or disgust depending on where they're at in their own spiritual journeys. You might see a black man with dreads and see a man unfit for the workplace. While I see that same man, and I see the time, love, patience, sacrifice, self-care it takes to lock his hair. Someone who understands the concept of delayed gratification and long-term dedication to a goal, the kind of translatable qualities that are perfect for any work environment. How can we get other non-black people to see this, to truly understand this? Instead of understanding, we get salt to a heart with an open wound. That's how it feels when a 17-year-old named Kenny Rittenhouse takes his warped mentality beyond trolling on social media and Trump rallies and fires shots at protesters minding business that never concerned him in the first place. And although surrounded by police, he simply walks away. So while the unarmed Jacob Blake will never be able to walk again. This is an invisible war. By the time the guns are drawn, it's already too late. It's a war of the mind where not every enemy has a badge or a Confederate flag, but instead justifies the actions of the police and judges the reactions of the protesters, confusing who's right and who's wrong. This mindset is just as prevalent today as it was in the 60s. I stand by the decision of every athlete who refused to play this week. This was the first time we've ever seen athletes from across different sports show solidarity like this. Started with the NBA and bled into the WNBA, baseball, soccer, and others. The irony of it all is that the day they boycotted is the same exact day Colin Kaepernick protested by sitting on the bench during the national anthem 4 years ago. Cap was allegedly blackballed by the NFL, shamed, bullied for speaking his truth. And 4 years later, we're still fighting the same fight. But we found greater strength, greater numbers this time around. This issue is bigger than just Democrats and Republicans. But since the RNC is happening, I feel the need to say that language like law and order, language like if you get to looting, we get to shooting, language like you're disrespecting the American lives who fought and died for this country is what created a teenage gunman. Black Lives Matter is a humanitarian effort with the goal of ending racism in America. Jacob Blake, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, shall I continue? We all deserve better than what our current law, criminal justice systems offer. Will it be easy to fix? No. But is it possible? Yes. If you're inspired to do something after what happened to Jacob Blake, call the Kenosha mayor and district attorney at the numbers you see here to demand justice for them. Protesters are still on the ground in Kenosha, and you could donate to Milwaukee Freedom Fund. Donations will help free protesters who get arrested and need assistance. My name is Jayson. Stay tuned to Revolt Black News.